After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. And that one complete downfield to Allen. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him another one right back to Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Rams defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
How about that stuff right there? Got into the backfield, spilled him for a loss. An excellent illustration of why they've been so good.
On the crossing route, he finds Kohler. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Patterson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. 21-3 is your score after 1. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Now Hill to return it. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down low after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Check. Here's a quick throw right side. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this 1st half. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Prater for the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's got a man complete. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. T.J. Hockenson, 84 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. He's across midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19 tight, dragon 60. 70 Ranger. On the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. Cup 19.
They'll drop to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's a down inside the 20. Back to throw again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
I've got to give them a ton of credit here because they're just refusing to give that other sideline any kind of hope. That safety not only kills the drive, but adds to a big early lead. And the way that this one's going, I would expect that lead to continue to grow in the ensuing possessions.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 18, Pioneer. Stop below 18. Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Chris Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to
Final
Orlando,
adjustments
Jonathan
being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. That one good for 26 and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
79 Broncos.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That's good for 28 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Rams! Elijah Mitchell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Come on, set. Trap 60. 19 Lions.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left sideline, complete. It's Ferguson. Touchdown!
Jake Ferguson.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Rams continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Chase Claypool,
33 yards.
And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, They came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go play action now. Wilson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Wilson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And quickly they get to the line. To throw again is Wilson. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you, because...
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Keenan Allen from 3 yards out. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Warrior 70. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cam Smith in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Wilson. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. To throw is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. T.J. Hockenson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Justice Hill. And a terrific return
as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Let's go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Mitchell is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. It's Wilson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They're quickly out wide. This is Watson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he's taken down, back at his own 7. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
19 Lions. Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Ready up. Nineteen tight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there at 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.